Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be starting a brand new series called Show Me Your Builds, where I'm basically just going to be showcasing photos and videos that you've submitted of your island. I've gotten a lot of questions, comments, DMs, etc. of people asking if I could come to their island for like a video or on stream, stuff like that. And at the moment, I'm not actually taking requests for DA tour videos, but what I decided to do was set up an entire channel on my Discord server where you can submit photos that will maybe get featured in a video. So to submit, all you have to do is join the Discord server. There's a link in the description below. Join the server, set your roles, and then you can go ahead and submit photos into this channel. So yeah, super simple, easy submission process. So if you want to submit, please make sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. And while we're on that topic, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It would just go a long way in helping out the growth of this channel. So I'm just going to pull up my Discord now. We'll go through some of the photos and talk about some of these builds. All right, here on Discord and already coming out with some heat is Robin, who's been around on the channel for a while. Robin is a Twitch subscriber and a YouTube member, so appreciate you, Robin, for your continued support. So right here it says, welcome to Kingsbury, the rich capital of Ingary. From Howl's Moving Castle, I decided to build this city scene from one of my favorite films because I love the different colors of the buildings. Find the build on IG at Loontree. So make sure to check out Robin's IG if you're not following already. So let me just go ahead and click through some of these. And right off of the bat, this is so sick. Look at these designs right here, which I actually know because Robin is in the Discord and posted about it, that Robin actually made all of these designs herself. And so as you can see, it's 2 or 3 very, very detailed designs with pillars, with windows, and then look at the mix of the simple panels and the brick ovens there. The brick ovens are turned around and also to the side, and that really gives the illusion of the roof there. And then look at the smoke coming out of it, so it's like a chimney too. That's perfect. I love fake buildings personally. I feel like this is a really well done version of it that I haven't seen done before. And even look how behind the tree in the middle there's like the flagpole sticking out of it, because you can't see actually where the flagpole like begins because it's kind of tucked behind that tree. It actually looks like the flag is hanging up from the top of the building, which is seriously an insane illusion that Robin has created on here. Because when I think of like giant castles, I think of like flags and banners hanging off like the second story of them, and that's kind of what she's created here. There's a couple more photos that she's posted too. So here's like the other building that's like right to the right of it, and again, look at those flagpoles there hanging from like the second floor, just like I was mentioning, creates that illusion that they're hanging from the walls themselves. I can't remember the name of that bamboo item up there. I think it's like the bamboo decoration or something like that, but then using that again as like roofs for this. I've never seen someone actually use an item like that as like a rooftop, and I just think it's really amazing when people innovate items like this. I also want to point out the little doodles here. I'm pretty sure Robin actually drew those herself. Super awesome, adds a lot of dimension into it. And then here's one wider photo of the space, so you can see from this perspective here just how big and massive of a build this is. Love the colors, love like the innovation with the items. The use of the flags is something I'm definitely gonna have to log in the back of my mind for a future build for sure. Okay, moving on and scrolling down, I see one from Juan here. Juan is one of my mods on Discord and in my stream, so you've probably seen him if you've been to a stream before. Juan says right here, when in cherry blossom season, you gotta have a Sakura Walkway. Here's my simple build of a Sakura Walkway right next to resident services. You'll see my villagers walk here often and sit under a tree or on the chairs. Inspired by Chin Retro on Instagram. And so if you're wondering about some of these codes too, I'm pretty sure Chin Retro actually designed some of these walkways too, specifically the Sakura one. And so I mean, look at this, resident services right there, just a little walkway lined with cherry blossom trees. I'm just in love with cherry blossom season. I keep wanting to try out other seasons on the game, but every time I'm in cherry blossom season, I just get drawn right back in. And I mean, look at this. I like the little fake building on the right hand side of the walkway too, with like the illuminated fish. And clicking through to some of the other photos, we can see like a better glimpse at this. I just love like little folding chairs. I know Juan is a huge fan of the folding chair item on this game, but very, very simple. Just a utility pole mixed in with this line of trees, a cherry blossom pile in there. I'm starting to really just fall in love with simplicity on islands, not overly decorating things and having to fill every single square. And Juan just like nailed this perfectly. I think there's one more photo of it a little mailbox shop. I love this photo for a lot of reasons. It's so simple in terms of like what was actually used here to decorate it, but using a trick like the mailbox to be able to take this photo right here, I feel like it adds a ton of dimension to this little area. We can see details a little bit more closely, a little bit more sharply. Utilize that mailbox for photos if you're not already, is one thing I'll say. Okay, found some more photos in here that I want to talk about here. This one comes from Liz. Liz says Moonspeak is an eclectic and mismatched island inspired by the marshes of Estonia, North Carolinian mountains, and a bit of Nordic and Japanese aesthetics, all tied with slight mystical vibes. AKA the island is trashed with star fragments, LOL. IG is moonspeak.crossing, so if you like these, please make sure to check out her Instagram account. So I get comments on my YouTube channel all the time, like, do you only do Japanese islands? And for the most part, yeah, 99.99% of the islands I do on DA tours and the stuff that I get most of my inspiration from are Japanese islands. I just think there's a lot of other content creators you can find out there if you are looking for kidcore, fairycore, cottagecore, all those other things. But that's not to say that I don't enjoy those themes at all. I actually get a lot of inspiration from more natural themes and cottagecore themes. I can get really carried away making my island feel really industrial, just way too city, like really quickly. And I start to neglect like natural vibes. So when I see so much green like this used, I love this. I don't know how many codes use up like this different moss texture in here. I even love how the pathing is like stones and it has moss through it. I haven't actually even used like the mushroom like lamps and stuff like that. And so seeing it actually used here is so well done. One thing I really love is if you look kind of at the top right of the photo there, there's actually like some shoes just like left out. And that's one key detail I love when people use. I don't know why, but for some reason in this like foresty theme, to see like shoes left out, it's almost like you lost your shoes in like the wild. I don't know why, that just like really speaks to me for some reason. Love this photo right here. Look at the silo way in the back, look at the cliffs way in the back, the suspension bridge, diagonal suspension bridge at that. And one thing I don't utilize enough on my builds is mixing the different kinds of trees. So we see bamboo here, we have the cedar trees and like the regular trees. Last thing I want to point out is way in the back, you can see another bridge. It's like a stone bridge way behind like the hyacinths and the hay bed. It looks like a little mountain back in there because of like the curve of that bridge. Not sure if that was planned at all, but looks amazing. Last photo from Liz here. Look at this like lake build, multi-layered, the picnic blanket where you can just go see a beautiful view from. Liz, I'm in love with your island. Safe to say. Okay, next up is Angie Crossing Kokiri on Instagram. If you're not following Angie, I don't know what you're doing. And Angie right here is showing off her school build, which is 100% my favorite school build I have ever seen. Look at these roads. All of these roads and these designs were made by Angie, so check out her Instagram if you want these roads for yourself. What a way of using the different diagonal paths that you've created to create this roundabout with a single tree in the middle of the school. How incredible is this? And again, cherry blossom season. Look at the stalls, look at the wooden bookcases, all the simple panels used for this build, and then using jail bars as like gates, so that way when the school is closed up, you can close the gates to the school. Like, I feel too poor to go to this school. You know what I mean? This build is just seriously gorgeous, beautiful. I love the running shot as if you're late to class. And I'm not gonna linger on this for too much longer because Angie and I are actually working on a DA tour video for her, so that should be released pretty soon on the channel, where you'll see this school build in all of its full glory really soon. Okay, so moving on, there's another city build here. This one comes from Jerla, a good homie, and Jerla also makes all of her own codes. And look at this. Look at this street. I love the use of the car bed. Look at the design of like the ramen shop on the left hand side, kind of in the back there. So it's like the bowl of ramen, the door there, and then even if you look really closely above it, it's like a bar sign. So it's like a whole restaurant right there on that corner of that block. Here's a more fuller shot of this area, and look at how good. Look, you can actually see that bar design a little bit better now. And then on the right hand side, it actually mimics it again too. And then on the right hand side, there's like another one of those like neon signs. This is incredible. And so this is the Gangnam district in South Korea build. Haven't been there myself or actually seen photos of that area, but looking at this build here, I should probably be putting that on my bucket list. Okay, so the last build I'm going to showcase for this video comes from Suki. This is Lolly's Antique Shop. I felt like I really needed to show off at least one interior build in this video, and look at this right here. So definitely at Howls, which is how she got Lolly in the room here, but look at how good this is. Antique shop vibes. I don't know, I never thought of creating an antique shop for Lolly. I've created like an antique, like vintage store for Dobie before, but Lolly fits in here kind of perfectly. It's the outfit, it's her glasses, and then look at all these items. I love how the items are like kind of chaotically placed, but also like perfectly chaotically placed, if that makes any sense at all. That's what I think of when I think of going into an antique shop. It's even like the little detail of how there are two of the same chairs, but they're facing different ways. For some reason, that's so spot on when it comes to when I think of when I go into an antique shop. And then here's a photo without Lolly in there, so you can see some of the more details more in full. This is actually one of my favorite interior wallpapers in the game. And look at just even the little details of like the dried flowers up at the top. What really sticks out to me is just everything that's hanging up on the wall is so spot on. We really need to be able to put things on the wall outside. How incredible would that actually be, right? Please, Nintendo, give that to us one day, please. Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up for the first video in the Show Me Your Build series. There's so many more submissions in here that I didn't get to, but I'm totally going to in future videos. So if you didn't see yours pop up in this one, don't worry, there's still a chance it's gonna make it into the next one. I plan to do these pretty regularly. So again, if you're new here and you wanna submit some photos, maybe a short video, something like that, please make sure to join the Discord server, read the rules, set your roles, go ahead and drop some photos and maybe even a short video in this channel here, and maybe I'll showcase one of your builds on one of these videos. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 10K subs on the channel. We'll do an entire giveaway stream when we hit 10K subs on YouTube. And as always, huge shout out to my channel members. It's because of you all and your continued support that I can continue to create content like this on my channel. If you want to become a channel member, just hit that join button next to the subscribe. If you don't see it, because sometimes it doesn't show up, I'll have a link to it in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.